Hi everyone and welcome back to Linda Tina TV. If it is not your first time here, if it is your first time, hello there, how are you doing? Today you are going to get to know me, but before you do that, subscribe if you haven't already. Just click on the red button and remember to turn on also the reminder, the bell that you see down there so that you can be notified each time that I upload a new video. So I can see that I have so many new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining the LT family. And since it's been a year since I last did a Q&A, I thought this would be great for a live update, to get to know me if you don't know who I am. And so let's get started. My name is Linda Tina, and I'm a Ugandan from East Africa living in Italy, Milan.
Trying to make me, I wanna leave and you're making, yeah. I try to see the one I need to love.
I got different questions from Instagram and right here on YouTube, which I will be now answering. Let's try and get through all of them if we can. If you see me looking down, it's obviously because I'm reading the questions. First one. Boiti asked me, if you had a choice, who would you choose between an Italian or an African man? Well, I'm already married, so it's clear that I made my choice. I went with an Italian man. But I guess what she's asking is, do I have a preference? Many people have asked me that. Actually, in my assumption video, someone said, I assume that you date only white men or only Italian men. That is not true. I've actually dated African men and white men who are not necessarily from Italy. So I don't really have a choice. If I had a choice, I would simply choose a good man. That's your answer. I don't have a preference. Carol wants to know, do you have a morning mantra? How does it guide you through the day? If I'm to be very honest, I don't have a morning mantra. I just wake up and go with what's coming through the day. I'll say a little prayer asking God to just bless my day and guide me through it, but I don't have a morning mantra. I do have a life mantra, which is everything passes, both the good and the bad. So if I'm going through some low moments, or if I'm not feeling really, in high spirits, I'll think, okay, it's not going to stay forever because everything passes. That is my life mantra, but I don't have a morning mantra. My dear friend Anna asked, do you ever wonder how your life would be if you were living in Uganda? So I'm from Uganda, which is in East Africa, for those who may not know. And I've been living in Italy for 8 years now. I moved to Italy for love, to start a family, when I met my Italian husband. So I do think about I think about it all the time, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, because it's not good to live in the what if, right? But I feel like I have this lock in my mind. I call it a lock. When I joke with my family, I call it a lock. Like I lock, a Ugandan lock, where I keep wondering, what would my life be like? What kind of career would I be into? How would I be raising my kids? Because obviously now my life has an Italian influence. The Italian culture influences how I raise my kids, how I dress to some extent, how I behave. And yeah, I've always wondered what my life would be like. Not really if it would be better or worse, because I think we are where we are meant to be, but just, would it be totally different, like a totally different scenario, way of thinking? I don't know, but yeah, I love this question a lot because yeah, I do wonder what my life would be like if I had stayed back home in Uganda. It's Maya B, who is also a Ugandan YouTuber. Hi Maya, is asking, how do you balance being a mom and having your me time, especially living in Italy? So, it's hard. It's hard when you don't have full-time help, like a full-time nanny or someone who helps you with the cleaning. I have someone who helps me once a week to do a general cleaning in the house. So that's one of the ways in which I manage. The other way is to be organized, and that is the main thing. You have to be organized. So I schedule my whole week, and then I prioritize my me time. It's not something that just happens for me. It's something that I actually plan on my schedules. Like I will say, this month on the third weekend, I'm going to be going out with my girlfriend. So I actually consciously create time for myself. There are days where I'm going to have the kids with the grandparents. which is not so often. We're always usually with the kids, but when they're with the grandparents, I'll schedule a lunch with a friend, or I'll schedule, I don't know, anything I love doing when the kids are, say, at school and I have a day off. So if it's a Monday, the kids are at school and it's my day off, I'm going to use that time to just do things that concern me. And yeah, basically that's how I manage. Otherwise, we're all just winging it. From Nulet, how much do I need to move to Italy in Ugandan shillings? I'm not sure I understood this question properly. I don't know if you mean money for a ticket, for a visa, because those are all, you know, the costs that involve traveling to Italy. I don't know if you mean traveling to settle here or to just visit, but I can't give you an exact amount because it all depends on what you're coming to do here, how you plan to spend your time here. Let me know exactly in my inbox if you need any further information about that. The question is a bit too broad for me to give you a definite answer. Mawel asked, how are you keeping yourself positive during lockdown if your city is on lockdown? Well, my city, my country, Italy, is on full lockdown, and we have been on full lockdown since the beginning of March. If I'm to be very honest with you, I have not really been negative during the lockdown, during this quarantine. If anything, it's been a really great time for me. I feel great. I feel great because I'm spending a lot of time with my family, with the kids, and I'm resting. Since obviously I'm not working, so I'm taking a lot of time to rest and just, you know, do little things around the house. So how do I keep positive? By keeping myself busy. I don't have any time to sit around and think about bad stuff, no. And also positive literature. I read a lot of stuff on the internet that's obviously positive, and then talking to friends and family on video calls. So yeah, I'm keeping positive by just immersing myself in positive things. Petwa, another dear friend, is asking, what is that one thing in your life that you can say fast-tracked your perspective of life or growth, like becoming another or moving to a new country? You mentioned it, becoming a mother and moving to a new country. So I moved to Italy 8 years ago, and that's changed my life, my thinking in so many ways. And it also changed me as a person. There was a lot of growth involved. I needed to learn a new language. I needed to learn to live in a new culture. I needed to, excuse me, I needed to learn to live away from my family, from the familiarity of things, you know, and that honestly just made me change and grow tremendously in a short time, because I needed to do these things really fast in order for me to fit in. Not necessarily fit in with the Italians, if I can say, but just fit into this new community that I'm in. So that's the one thing. Then becoming a mother, I know it sounds very cliche, but becoming a mother changes your perspective on life. Oh my God. I'll just give you an example. Before I was a mother, I just lived life and I'm like, you know, whatever happens to me, I don't care. But right now, when I think of anything happening to me, I am not worrying about me. I'm worrying about, oh my God, my kids are going to be out here without a mother, and they need me. They need me. They just need me. So that also changed the way I think about life, the dreams I had about life. Now when I dream, I'm not dreaming for me. I'm dreaming for me and my little kids, and it's crazy. So this was a very, very nice question, you know, what things that make you look at life differently. And yes, you actually mentioned the two things that changed my life. Next question is, do you have any big goal for your channel? What's the best destination you've been to so far? Goals for my channel. I just want to reach as more people as possible. So obviously I would like to see an increase in my subscribers and views. I do not have any major goals. I just, you know, YouTube for me is something that makes me happy to see that people are actually being inspired, motivated, and just made to feel good from my videos. So my main goal, which is my forever goal, to be honest, is to just continue making content when I can. Content that is actually useful for you guys. So you can always tell me what you'd like to see on my channel. No major goals, to answer your question briefly. And then your other question, Doreen, was favorite destination, my best destination. I love traveling. If you didn't know, I love traveling. So favorite destination, it's got to be Thailand. I loved Thailand. The people, the food, the beach. Oh God, I went to Bangkok and then I went to Phuket. So Thailand is on top of my list. Zanzibar. So me and my husband took a trip to Zanzibar, just the two of us, at the end of last year. And oh my God, when I tell you it's dreamy, I mean dreamy. Actually, that might be better than Thailand, coming to think about it. So those two are in the top of my list. The next question is also about travel. What would you advise someone who loves to travel but is on a budget? I would advise you to do exactly that. Travel on a budget. But seriously though, people think that traveling means spending lots of money, staying in luxurious places. No. So my advice would be, one, plan. So plan your trip, know how much you're going to need so that you can save up for that trip. So plan a trip, even if it's 12 months before, and know that, okay, in these 12 months, I need to come up with this amount of money to be able to go to this destination. The second tip would be, don't start big. You don't have to have a first trip going to, I don't know, Australia, which is miles away and may cost you more. Start a trip by, say, in your country, within your country, in a neighboring country, in a neighboring town. So travel doesn't mean going to exotic places. You can still travel within your area if you are really a person who is passionate about traveling, okay? What I mean is, if you're not aiming at going to a certain place, a particular place, but you just want to explore the world, you can do that starting from the places close to you, which would cost less. Then if you have a particular destination that you are dreaming of going to, plan that travel over time so that you can be able to afford it. The other tip would be, stay within your means. So don't plan on, you are on a budget. Don't plan on a hotel that is going to be, say, 400 euros a night. Plan on an Airbnb. Look out for cheap flights. Buy your flights, your tickets early, Keep on the lookout on the internet to see good deals, sales, and all that stuff, I can make a different travel video if any of you would like that. I can also recommend some travel channels, Traveling on a Budget. I'll leave them down in the comment section. Faye Kakai, who is also a bit new on YouTube and has marvelous content. Actually, she also talks a lot about travel. I'll leave her channel down in the comment section if you intend to, if you'd like to have a look at that. So she's asking, what inspired you to start a YouTube channel and what has been the best benefit so far? So what inspired me, this story is on my channel. I've talked about this more than twice, I think, but I'll just be really quick. What actually brought me to YouTube is a best friend. So she was starting a YouTube channel and she told me, you know what, you could start a channel as well. And I was a bit hesitant in the beginning because it wasn't really in my mind to start a channel. I was actually supporting her to start her channel. But because I love to talk and some people enjoy the things I have to say sometimes, I thought it wouldn't be a very bad idea for me to start a channel to mainly inspire, motivate, and just show people my life in Italy as a Black African woman, and that kind of thing. Just share ideas and share musings on life. That was my inspiration to answer your question, and so that's how I started my channel. And it's been a really, really wonderful journey. So your next part of the question is, what has been the best benefit? The best benefit has been the number of people I've been able to reach out to, and the number of people who have reached out to me and told me that a certain video changed their lives, a certain video touched them. It makes me happy. It makes me happy to touch, even if it's one life. It makes me really, really happy. I can't begin to explain to you. And YouTube, that it did that for me. It's still doing that for me, and not doing it for me, but doing it for the people that I'm able to reach out to. So that has been the greatest and the best thing that I've got from YouTube. The next question is related to the previous one. It's from Muscle Glory asking, what's the best advice you can give to a new YouTuber? The best advice I can give you is do it out of passion, okay? Don't do it with a goal of making money. It would be nice if we made some coins out of this, but do it because you love it. So produce content that you actually enjoy creating. When you're making that video, you feel good about what you are putting out into the world. So as a new YouTuber, that would be the first thing I could advise you. Also because it motivates you. If you're doing things that you're not really interested in, you're not going to be motivated to keep making content consistently. Last question, still from Muscle Glory. Do you plan on settling in Italy or in Uganda? Retirement. Okay, so this is a question I have no real answer to. Me and my husband are very open to living in any part of the world. If I will retire back home, at this point in my life, I don't know. I have kids who are half Ugandan, half Italian. They've visited Uganda, they've spent time there, but they have never lived there. So I don't know what it would mean for them if I moved back to Uganda, say with my husband, and retired there, when it comes to visiting us or living with us later in life. It's very, very unpredictable. The future right now is very unpredictable. And to be honest with you, I love my country. I'm still very, very, very attached to Uganda. If you ask me to move to Uganda right now, I would probably move like tomorrow. But then when I think about so many things and looking at my kids and how they're settling in here, in this culture, in this lifestyle, to have to uproot them and move them to Uganda would be a very big decision. So I don't know, but let's see. I'm not against it. I wouldn't mind going back home and living at the beach somewhere in a lake in a very good, big, nice house and just taking it easy. But I think after so many years here, you kind of make it your new home and then you get attached to this place. Reverse culture shock. So you go back home and then you don't fit in there anymore. So it all depends. It all depends. I have no real answer to that question. I don't know how long this video was, but if you have made it to this point, then you have made it to the end of the video. I hope that was nice for you to get to know me more. If you want to know anything else, you can always DM me on my Instagram or leave me a message down here in the comment section. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.